In this video, we will discuss how to create Gantt chart using a spreadsheet. For this example, we will be using the Microsoft Excel. But before that, let me just discuss what is a Gantt chart. So a Gantt chart, commonly used in project management, is one of the most popular and useful ways of showing activities displayed against time. Gantt chart is the most commonly used for tracking project schedules. It is named after its creator, Henry Gantt. So this is an example of a Gantt chart. It has activities on its left side, time scale at the top, and each task is represented by a bar, which is the beginning of the bar as start date, and the end of the bar represents end date.
Hey guys, welcome to excelfornoobs.com. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a basic Gantt chart in Microsoft Excel 2013. Now, what a Gantt chart is a chart that shows the time frame of an overall project broken down by each individual task that the project is to consist of, showing the time frame that each task is to take from start date to finish. All right, so you can see here, first we have to enter in our data into Excel before we can even create our chart. So here I have 3 columns. I have a task column. These are all of my tasks, tasks 1 through 8 that the project is to consist of. We have the start date. These dates represent the day that each task is to start. So task 8 will start on July 15th. And then we have the days to complete column showing how long each project is to last. So each task is to last. Task 8 should last 12 days. So if it starts on July 15th, task 8 should end on July 27th. Okay, so we have our data. Now we can go ahead and get started creating our chart. What we're going to do is click the Insert button, and in the Insert tab, and in the Charts group, we are going to select our Insert Bar Chart, which is like a sideways bar chart, basically. Okay, so we click the Insert Bar Chart, and we are going to click on, you can do either 2D stacked bar chart or 3D stacked bar chart. So I'm going to click on the 3D stacked bar chart, and then you can see that a blank chart area appears. In the chart area, I will now right click, and in the shortcut menu, I'm going to click on Select Data. Okay, so you can see the Select Data Source dialog box appears. You can also see that our chart area and Select Data Source dialog box is kind of blocking our data over here, so we're going to move that out of the way. But first, let's enter in our first series. Right here in Legend Entries, we're going to click the Add button, and the Edit Series dialog box will appear with a box for series name. And series name, we're going to select the Start Date column header, and then in series values, we're going to remove the default data, and we're going to enter in we're going to select the range of cells that has our start dates, and then we'll click OK. Okay, now I'm going to click OK so I can move this out of the way, and so I can also get this chart out of the way. Okay, now in the blank area of the chart, somewhere up here, I'm going to right click again to get to the Select Data Source dialog box, and you can see I'm clicking on Select Data, and it appears. Just now I can access my data over here. All right, now I need to add a new series. We're going to click the Add button, and in series name, I will select Days to Complete. In series values, again, remove the default data and select the range of cells that has our Days to Complete. Click OK. And again, we're back at our Select Data Source dialog box. Now on the horizontal axis label, click the Edit button, and I'm going to select Task 1 through Task 8. And click OK. Now we have all of our data, so we can close our Select Data Source dialog box. Okay, so you can see that we're on our way to having a Gantt chart. What is going on? Okay, you can see we're on our way to having a Gantt chart. I'm just kind of resizing it. Now you can see a few problems. Our tasks right here are in reverse order, so we need to fix that. We have these blue bars here which represent the start date, and then we have our dates, which there's a large gap. See, our project's going to start on May 22nd. We don't really want our chart, the bounds of our dates, to go all the way to April 16th. So we want to remove that. We want this chart, we want to remove those these boundaries, these gaps of dates. So the first thing we're going to do is just we want to get our task in the right order. So just click right here on the task, and then right click and click on Format Axis in the shortcut menu. And then the axis options will appear over here to the right, the Format Axis dialog box. And in axis position, you're going to click Categories in reverse order. Okay, so the first problem is solved. Now, let's get rid of these bars. There's nothing going on during this time for these projects, so we don't need any bars there to represent anything. All we want is we want bars that represent the task when they're going to be, the time frame of the task. So we click on the bars, which represent the start date, and then we're going to right click, and then click Format Data Series. And the Format Data Series dialog box appears. We will click on the Fill button, and then we'll select No Fill. Then we can close this. All right. Final problem. Let's get rid of this gap in the dates. So let's get rid of this padding of the dates. I mean, you can see it's more than a month. The chart shows a date that's more than a month before our start date. So let's get rid of that. So we click on the dates, then we right click, and again select Format Axis. Okay, you can see over here our bounds. These are our dates. These numbers represent our dates. Actually, let me close this and kind of explain how dates work. I'm going to copy this date and enter it into another cell, May 22nd, our start date. Now I'm going to convert this to a number format, and you can see that our dates are actually represented by a number. And that's how it works. Dates in Excel are represented by a serial number system. So the serial number for May 22nd, 2013 is 41,416, and that's where we want our chart to start. So we're going to keep that there so we remember that number. So again, click on the dates, right click, Format Axis, and then here in the minimum bound, we will enter the date that we want our chart bounds to show. So we're manually entering in that number, which represents May 22nd, 2013, and we hit enter, and there you can see now our chart starts on May 22nd, 2013. We can close that, and then we can remove this, and now you can see that we have our Gantt chart here. Now all you have to do is you can change different formatting to the chart. So we can go to the design, and we can change the layout. I like this layout. We can change the title, and you can mess around and change the color and anything else you want to change. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Now you know how to make a basic Gantt chart in Microsoft Excel 2013.